But look, man, let's go into X4's arrest report. So, okay, perfect. So here's what they said, okay? Happened. So it says, male called, so a male called regarding a robbery that occurred while recording music. While male was editing music, 3 suspects held him at gunpoint while they stole his jewelry. Suspect fled the scene in an unknown vehicle.
Why the engineer got jewelry?
Yeah, possible video surveillance. Charge, robbery of person.
Damn.
So apparently while this person was editing music at a studio, they actually had the studio here, but I'm not gonna list it. Yeah, while the person was editing music at a particular studio, they claim that X4, the 3 suspects, so X4 and probably 2 other people, held him at gunpoint while they stole his jewelry. So now, hey, listen, now it's innocent until proven guilty. But based on that story, what do y'all think happened?
I don't see why X4 would do that. Like, why?
Well, the people linked to certain people, right?
I mean, look, okay, if you're a poppin' rapper in LA, if I were to guess, like,
Lush, don't do the shit like, oh, because you black, you innocent shit, bro.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying,
please, we have a real conversation of,
he didn't say nothing about his race.
Free him now.
No.
Okay, he didn't even address his race.
Yeah, okay.
But that's, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you're like, if you're, okay, let's say he did do it, all right?
Okay.
Let's say he did, and I'm not saying he did.
Okay.
I'm saying, let's say he did do that. He'd be fucking dumb as hell for doing that. Why the fuck would he do that? I don't think he's dumb as hell.
Okay.
That's why I don't think he did that.
Okay.
Why would you be involved in a robbery when you're one of the most cracking rappers in the city? You feel me? On your way up, doing great.
So why the person who got robbed and identified him.
Okay, so here's the thing.
That's not what he's saying.
So there's 2.
No,
we're not even there in the combo yet.
You said that he ain't do it. So the person
I didn't say he.
What if he's misidentified?
You just said that I don't think that he did it.
All right, let him say that. That don't mean he's lying. That mean he could be misidentified. There's a lot of people with face tats.
Sure.
Niggas who look just like that. Niggas thought him and 4 extras was cousins.
Yeah. Like, sure. I seen someone mix up fucking said that fucking thought that Brick Baby was X4, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally,
Josh was walking down the street and somebody said,
me and Josh are the same. To be fair.
Every conversation about anything crime related is always going to be the same thing with you, which is hey, they're innocent.
No. And we don't even be seeing eye to eye. But free that nigga.
Cool. He's innocent. Let's move on now.
No, hold on. No. Wait a sec. No.
Free that nigga.
We didn't even get you didn't even let me finish my sentence, player, to keep it a full bundle. What I was about to say was, why the fuck would he do that? Because if let's say he did do it, it'd be like his partners really was on that, and they're like, we need you to help line this up. But why the fuck would he allow his partners to manipulate him to that degree?
Allow his partners to manipulate him?
Yeah, to being involved in something like that. Like
manipulate him.
Yeah. Because
he got taken advantage of.
Bro, he's like
shout out to
innocent young man.
So what's the inverse of that then?
That's an innocent young man. He could have been forced. He could have been forced.
I'm just saying, like, but
he could have been forced.
But
they could have told him, if you don't do this, you next.
Shout out to No Jumper, man. He got forced, right?
That makes him sound soft, and I don't think X4 is soft.
No, he could be trying to kill you, and you just trying to preserve your life.
I just like my whole thing is just it seems like a
free that nigga, he ain't doing it.
It's an unlikely scenario for a rapper of his stature, and if he did do it, which I don't think he did, I think he's innocent. But like, if he did, that was a very stupid thing to do. Very stupid.
Very stupid.
So the person who got robbed, who you possibly know, is a fucking liar.
How I know him?
No, he could have just misidentified him.
Right?
Yeah. If he wait.
No, the person that got robbed, who you possibly know, is now a fucking liar, and X4 ain't.
I mean,
right? I
don't support.
Right?
Look, maybe he thought he seen him in passing, and then there was some. Look, because I got caught up in a robbery that I didn't do, and they pointed me out and said that I poor tut. And I had to take it to trial, and I beat it, and it was in the studio.
But the people who got robbed, it ain't say you, right?
Yes.
What?
They said it was me, and I was like, How?
Man,
bro, that's on both my kids. Yeah. This case is already closed. Yeah, of course. I would tell you.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
I swear to God, I didn't do it.
Okay.
Nigga. We in the studio. There's like 3 rooms.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like a space, literally like this, where the front door like this.
Okay.
Walk in pathway. You make a left right here. Studio right here. Studio right here. Studio right here. They get robbed outside this studio in the lobby area. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I know of the niggas who I did it, but they're in different studio room than me. Everybody come here and this is LA. Of course I know who they are. You know what I'm saying? On camera, I come by myself. They had the footage in court. In camera, I come by myself. I leave by myself. They see it on camera. That's what saved me also. And they identify me at first. I think they identify me as, I think they recognize my face because I'm Almighty, but they can't place it to it. Yeah. But of course, if you put me in a lineup, and they're gonna be like, well, I know that face for sure. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I think psychologically happens.
No, that makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
The police has your picture in a lineup?
Of course.
Did somebody wind? Yeah, of course. Well, did someone wind up getting caught up for it or not?
No, the case. Well, yeah. Somebody did.
The reason I ask is,
wait.
does that fool look like you?
No.
Okay, that's weird.
No.
It's dark skin, light skin.
It was another light skinned nigga there.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
I'll tell you his name on camera, but he don't look like me. He's shorter, different tattoos. I don't have no face tattoos. He got like one, you know what I'm saying?
Tattoo.
But you know, shit be happening. All right, so boom, right? So originally they identified me, but I'm not even there. I'm already at home, so I don't know a robbery takes place. I get a warrant out for my arrest. I'm driving around. The police pull me over and say, you got a warrant for a robbery. And I'm like, nigga, what? And they take me to fucking jail. Nigga, no cap. So I go to jail. I bail out. And then once I get the case, and Rosenberg can attest to this too, he gets all the footage. He shows that I left. I came by myself. I left by myself. I did nothing. Boom. I'm all bumped up in this robbery. And then when the lady comes and testifies, they sit me next to the other light-skinned nigga because he come from behind the counter. One nigga already in prison for it. You feel me? He already up the road, and the other nigga, they got his ass, and he behind the jail. He couldn't bail out. So I'm sitting next to him in a suit. This nigga sitting next to me, chained up. They asked the lady, do you see anybody here who did that? And this just happened maybe like a year and a half ago. And she says, I don't know him. And then the DA says, but you said in the lineup that he was one of them. She said, I don't recognize him, but I do recognize him.
And then she said, I got Bang Bros on my playlist. I got Bang Bros on my playlist. It wasn't such.
I say all that to say, nigga, for the first time, I ain't gonna lie, I always was guilty of everything, all that other shit growing up. Like, you feel me? But this was the first time.
Have you ever been like arrested for like murder before?
No, murder, no, but I've been arrested for
what? All right, Vlad. The fuck?
I've been arrested for what was it? Shooting in an inhabited dwelling before.
Shooting in an inhabited dwelling?
Yeah. Like shooting inside a house, basically, or like
well, that's tough work.
But they got, but that shit got dropped.